Okay, for this checkup, I want to see if you can practice these problems because these are what the quiz questions are going to be like. So for this first one, we're just using this little formula here, n minus 2 times 180, which we just got from our notes. So if I go down here to a pentagon, we can count the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we might already know that a pentagon has 5 sides just from vocab. So we know the number of the sides of this shape is 5. And so we're going to go ahead and use a little formula where the sum is equal to 180 times n minus 2. And our n is just 5. So 3 times 180. This means that the sum of the interior angles of this shape equals 540. Now we're going to go do the nonagon. A nonagon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in case you didn't know. So this time we're going to go do the sum is equal to 180 times n minus 2, and our n happens to be 9. Take a second to calculate that on your calculator. I'm grabbing mine. 180 times 7. I'm getting 1260. How'd you do? Okay, 13 gone. That's 13 sides. Sometimes there's not another fancy name for it. It's just a 13 gone. So this time it's the sum is equal to 180 times n minus 2, same formula, and we're plugging in a 13. Grab your calculators. What is 11 times 180? And we get 1980 degrees. And again, that's the sum of the interior angles. That's the little formula we use. Now on these next ones, we're doing the sum of the exterior angles. And because it wants exterior, we're going to switch formulas here to the 360 over the number of sides. So the trick here is, do you know that a triangle has 3 sides? And do you know that a heptagon, how many does that have? And a 13gon, well, that one's easier. How many does that have? So if you ever come across a vocab word that you don't know, just go type it in, right? Like, don't sit there wondering if you're doing it right or whatever. How many sides are in a heptagon? And then they'll show you a picture and see that it's 7 sides. Is that what you were thinking? Were you getting it right? Awesome if you were. If not, please look it up. All right, so now that we know the number of sides, we're just going to go do this little formula. 360 divided by the number of sides, 360 divided by the number of sides, and 360 divided by the number of sides. So go grab your calculator. First one is 120 degrees. Next one is 51.42, nope, 43, rounding up. So this one's approximate. And then finally, 360 divided by 13 is also going to be rounded, 27.69 degrees. And these are for the exterior angles using that little formula. Okay, now we're going to work backwards here using the same formula where they gave us the degrees, and we're going to work backwards to find the n. So we know that the little formula is that 360 over the number of sides equals the angle. Well, this time they gave us the angle as 30. And this time they gave us the angle as 18. So let's work backwards. Let's multiply by that denominator. 360 equals 30n. Divide both sides by that 30, we're getting that n equals 12 sides. On this one, we multiply by the n, denominator, oops, we get divide both sides by 18. So grab your calculators, do 360 divided by 18.